approach. Nash Fernandez trying to play a quick ball, but nothing comes off of it. Didn't get enough contact. Two and a half minutes past the 4-minute mark, but the referee wants us to carry on. Alan Fernandez wins his team a foul, and I'm sure we're close to the halftime whistle now. And there we have it, the referee blows for halftime. It's been a very interesting watch between these two sides. Very good chances at both ends, but eventually FC Goa making the most of it with a sensational strike from Jovial Dias. Front line of FC Goa has been quick, emphatic, and they'll be wanting to get some more goals in the second half. As we catch a glimpse of what happened in the first 45 minutes here in match number 4. A lot of fouls in the midfield. A lot of towering headers. And a lot of chances as well. That was Nash Fernandez with a good shot, but a good save by Hansel standing tall, letting the ball strike his chest. That was Jovial's first chance. And this was a very good chance for Velsau again. They've had 2-3 really good opportunities. Here's another header going over the post. And that's a special strike from Jovial Dias, which is why FC Goa going into the break 1-0 up. Really caught the ball well. There's a battle on the right and a very good strike as well by Ivan, almost doubling the lead. Jovial with another shot across goal. There we see the stats brought to you by Instat. In the first half, 49% ball possession and more shots for FC Goa. 2 shots on target, one of them being the goal. It's all square in the yellow cards department and more corners for Velsau, but they haven't really been able to score from them. So here at the Dullair Stadium at halftime, courtesy of Jovial Dias goal, it's FC Goa 1, Velsau SCC 0.
you give me all the IP addresses that I have asked you yesterday? I have given you on your WhatsApp. I have given you. Yeah, okay. 4 ঘন্টা
তালে মাইরা ঘন্টা ওইছে পয়সা নেই
अरे कालके চেয়েছিল এখনো স্লো আইপি অ্যাড্রেসটা কিছু দিয়েছে শুধু আইপিটা দিয়েছে আরও কিছু কালকে রিওয়ার্ড দিয়েছে পাঠিয়ে দিয়েছে শুধু আইপিটা দিয়েছে আজকে চাইছি বলো ওই পাউল ছাড়িয়ে তো পাখি বাজি আজকে ওরা নামও দেয় সাড়ে 12টায় ইংলিশ পাঠানো বলছি প্লেইং 11 পাঠানো হয়েছে দেখাতে পারে না তো এর আগে আর হয় না হলে তো
हाँ लो सर बोल रहा हम लोग का पानी का बोतल खत्म हो गया है पानी का बोतल चाहिए हेलो हेलो बोल दीजिए बोलो ले सर देव ठीक है ओके थैंक यू सर
We're back here for the second half between FC Goa and Velsau SCC. FC Goa leading after a very interesting, exhilarating first half here at the Duler Stadium in Mapusa. Velsau are in the game. They have had many chances, but they have missed quite a few. It'll be interesting to see if they can convert in the second half, and if they do, it's going to be a great game. It already has been a great game, and we're looking forward to a thrilling second half if it's anything like the first. There we see a couple of fresh legs on for Velsau. Number 15 James Fernandez coming on, and number 20 Matthew Colasso, both forwards. So Velsau definitely looking to get a goal in this half, as they should be. We're back underway here in the second half. And it's a long ball by Cyrus. Looking to find James Fernandez in the beginning. Getting him into the game quickly. Letting him get his first breath. James Fernandez has come on for Nash Fernandez, who did have a couple of chances, but you've got to take your chances here in the Goa Pro League. Another couple of fouls, and eventually the referee blowing FC Goa's way. Confirmation of the players on the field. In the bottom half of your screen, FC Goa are unchanged going into the second half. For Velsau, Jeet Gupta is continuing. We did think that we would see him come off, but the goalkeeper is okay and he's in his goal post, ready for whatever comes to him. You're watching us live on the Amusi app, and if you caught the first half, then you know that the second half promises to be an exciting one. A couple of crunching tackles already, and a foul which leads to a free kick for Velsau on the right wing. Their crosses have been good, but their finishing hasn't been as good. Velito Cruz stands over the ball. Velito puts the ball into the box, and it's well cleared away by Rebello, the captain of FC Goa. Ball is well kept in, but it's ricocheted off an FC Goa player, according to the referee. There's a good bit of skill, but not really working out for Velsau. And Jovial wins himself a foul. Skips past a couple of players, just as he did before he scored the first and only goal of the game. He's got some quick feet there, the youngster. one of the under 20 players for FC Goa. Seems to have hurt his wrist or his fingers. But he seems to be okay. Jovial is okay and ready to go as Lal stands over the free kick. Lal looks for someone on the left wing. He finds him. It's a header into the box. It's a chance. And oh, it's well taken by Jeet. Just got himself in the right area there. But a very good set piece from FC Goa. Mevin almost finding his teammate. Velsau lucky to not fall 2 goals behind. Got to see that good piece of play from Goa. And there's another foul from the number 24 Ivan Costa, who took a fantastic shot from the edge of the box from a free kick that was set up. And that's really clumsy from Velsau. They've got to be better than that. At this level, you can't make silly mistakes like that one. Velsau are chasing the game, but they've got to be calm. Chances will come. Chances did come in the first half. Hansel, as always, cool and collected with his feet. Now Lal through the midfield. And there's a turnover for Velsau. But it's going to run out. Wesley Pace takes the throw, and Mevin tries to flick it onwards. It's a couple of headers, and ball drops to Wasim, who takes a loose touch. Jovial chases the ball, and Jeet Gupta almost gets caught out by Jovial. Lal plays the ball, but it doesn't go towards Mevin, and Jovial almost getting the better of Jeet there. Got to be a little bit quicker from Jeet Gupta. Too many fouls in the midfield at the moment from both sides. But FC Goa will want to make the most of this one. Dishank and Lal HP on the ball. Benito Cruz with 4 fouls now. A couple more and he'll definitely see his name in the referee's book. Dishank plays the ball into the box. He finds his teammate and it's hit the upright again. It's a chance for Leslie Rebello, who somehow smashes the ball over the crossbar, over the stands as well. And it's a very good header by Mevin. The number 10 almost putting the ball into the left corner. Great ball by Dishank. He's very good with those kind of balls, and now Mevin has the chance to put the ball again. He looks to win a corner, but he doesn't. Mevin Dias with a very good chance A good header. He did well to steer it towards goal. Evan keeps the ball, passes it to Wasim. Wasim keeps it, passes it to Ivan. Ivan plays it to Lal. Lal plays it backwards to Dishank, who eventually loses possession. And there's a chance for Valsar now, and they don't really make the most of it. That's a loose ball. There's a chance now for Valsar, and he's taken it. And has he found the net? No, he hasn't. What was the goalkeeper doing there? Hansel really in no man's land. And that was a very tense moment if you're an FC Goa fan. Hansel Coelho going for a walk in the park. And that was a very good chance for Valsar to snatch a goal, courtesy a defensive lapse. It looked like Ronald Azevedo, the captain, who had that chance, crept onto the ball quite easily. But Hansel definitely shouldn't have been there. He shows an apologetic hand to his teammates, and we've been praising his footwork the whole game, but at that point his outing wasn't really up to the mark. Valsar now missing 3 or 4 really good chances. There's a chance now, and he's smashed it over the bar. Very good shot from Verlito Cruz. He's all over the park, and this time he catches the ball well, but it's just over the crossbar, and Valsar are getting closer and closer. Velito taking a couple of shots, making some tackles, giving away some fouls as well. Defensively he's good, attacking he's also good. He's everywhere for Valsar SCC. Substitute Matthew Colasso wins a free kick for his side. And we're 10 minutes into the second half, and there have been so many chances going a-begging already in this game. Lal throwing the ball away instead of passing it to his opponent, and the referee having a word with him. That could get you into trouble sometimes, but this time Lal evades a yellow card. Ball is snatched away for FC Goa now. There's a chance. Ball just played a little behind Jovial. So Valsar play the ball into the box, and it's well retrieved by Hansel, who tells his team to calm down a little bit as he plays the ball long towards Wasim. Wasim leaves a foot in the air, so he gives away a foul. Ball played back to Fernandez, who gives it to Hansel. He clears it very well, and it looks like the assistant referee has called for an offside, but the referee was a little late to pick that up. Striker coming from an offside position. And of course the ball has to be put on the other side of the half, because you cannot be offside from your own half. Valsar now with Cyrus on the left wing, trying to get a goal as we inch closer to the hour mark here in match number 4. Ball has gone to the midfield. Velito passes it. There's a chance for a strike. There's a good strike, but a block to match it. There's a ball back into the box now. Is there a chance for Velsau? There is a chance, and Hansel is not really tested. Acrobatic attempt from James Fernandez. Worsley pays, gives away a throw-in, and the number 48 for FC Goa comes on, Jordan Borges. Delton Colasso makes way for him. It's a good game by Delton Colasso. Made some good passes, combined well with his teammates, and he's been substituted at the hour mark, which is a very popular time for substitutions to take place. Another under 20 on the pitch for FC Goa in the form of Jordan Borges. A reminder that each team has to field a minimum of 2 under 20 players in their starting 11 at all times. You can, however, have more than 2, and I think that FC Goa do have more than 2 at the moment, which is never a bad thing to have some youth in your starting 11. Dishank asking the assistant for the ball to be called FC Goa's way, but the assistant says no, it's a throw-in for Velsau, who are trying to make their way through the right wing. Ball falls to the Goa defender, who comfortably clears it upfield, and Velsau will have to build from the back. Alan Fernandez plays a long ball. It's well cleared by Leslie Rebello. Wasim flicks it on, and Mervyn had a chance to release, but he didn't release it, and as a consequence, Velsau win themselves throw-in. Jovial gets a good touch, but he seems to be down. FC Goa keep going. It's a good ball by Lal. It doesn't find his teammate. He's looking for Ivan Costa there, but you see Jovial going down again. He's clutching his right knee. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Jovial Fernandez, the goal scorer. It's gone down a couple of times in this game. A knock to the knee is always a sore one. We'll have to see if he's okay to continue. Lal with the corner for FC Goa, and it's really not put to use by them. Leslie lets the ball bounce behind him, and he is not too sure about that, but ball comes to Hansel, who clears it without any fuss. Velsau looking to build from the back. They play a long ball, but there's nobody really there. It's just aimless chasing, but somehow the ball strikes the attacker's head. Sheldon Pereira laying chase to what was just a hopeful ball upfield. And there have been many of that for Velsau. They've got to be a little bit more clinical in their passing forward. Cyrus passes it towards Sheldon, who can't keep control of it. And he hands FC Goa a throw-in. Sheldon tries to win the ball, but it goes back to Leslie Rebello, who does not pass it to Hansel. Doesn't clear it too well, but Wasim with a very good flick on, and Mervyn tries to play the ball, but Jovial slips. There's a chance now. It seemed to be a good tackle as Wasim lays chase, and eventually it's a goal kick for Velsau. It's a change of mind from the referee. The assistant initially said it was a goal kick, but the referee says no, it is a corner. Dishank makes his way to the right corner for Goa. He plays it short to Worsley. Worsley with a cross into the box, and a good take by Jeet Gupta. Good hands from him. He kicks the ball upfield. And the ball trickles out for a throw-in. All of FC Goa's set pieces are well thought out, barring that throw-in which they just took. A bit of a lapse of concentration from Ivan Costa. And speaking of lapses of concentration, there's another loose ball. Jordan Borges quick to pounce on it, but eventually the touch takes it out wide. The second half started in a very exciting attacking manner, but in the last 5-10 minutes or so, both teams have lost their way in the attacking third. It's a good ball by Sheldon. Now's a chance. A good piece of defending from Rebello, although his man was holding on to him. Rebello clears it down the right wing, looking for Mervyn Dias, but it's tidied up by Velito Cruz. It's a good header towards Jordan Borges, who comes away with the ball. He plays it back in field to Lal, who is pulling the strings in this FC Goa midfield. Manushan Fernandez plays it up, and it was quite an easy touch for Ivan Costa, but he wasn't really able to grasp the bounce of the ball. Here's Ivan Costa with the ball into the box. Can he find a teammate? There is a clash of heads, and it looked like a bit of afters from Jeet Gupta there. Jeet towering over the attacker, got a hand on it, and I think I saw Jeet Gupta with a slight little kick after Wasim went down. Wasim staying down after a clash Looks like more of a cramp after he had that fall. But good assertive goalkeeping by Jeet Gupta. When it's a loose ball, the goalkeeper is supposed to come and claim it, and he did claim it. He got a good punch on it. And as Wasim is seen to by the physio, some of the players just hydrating themselves. It's a hot day here in Goa, in Mapusa. Wasim looks to be in a bit of discomfort, but the referee asks him to step off the field. He'll have to come on later, if he is going to come on and continue, that is. Here we see Jeet coming towards the ball, and he had a bit of a flick on his opponent, but no foul or any reprimanding from the referee. And now into the final 20 minutes of this game. It's a good piece of acceleration from Dishank, but ball has been lost by his teammates. Velsao now trying to move upfield. It's a long ball from Cyrus, but Hansel gets his hands on it. Here we see again that clash between Jeet and the attacker. The number 8, Mutin Fernandez, coming on for Velsao, as Romario da Costa makes way for him. Mutin Fernandez, a midfielder, so it's a like for like substitution as Romario da Costa's race is run today. The other substitutes for Velsao haven't had much to do in the game so far, but there's still time. You only need 1 second in this game. Hansel runs the clock down. He waits for the player to come towards him and plays it upfield. Not a convincing clearance from Hansel. And it's Matthew Colasso trying to play the ball into the box. Matthew isn't able to play it into the box, but he does get himself and his team a throw in towards the corner flag. Another substitution signaled by the referee, and the number 6 for FC Goa, Velroy Fernandez, comes on. As does the number 27, Aditya Salgaonkar. Aditya comes on for Wasim, who was injured and he will not continue.
Wasim Inamdar is being replaced by jersey number 6, Velroy Fernandez. And jersey number 3, Wesley Pace, under 20, is replaced by jersey number 27, Aditya.
Wesley Pace also comes off. So it's Wesley off for Velroy, and Valsa looking to make it 1-1. water break, says the referee, and there's another player down. This time it's the substitute, the under 20 Jordan Borges, who's gone down. He will be attended to by the physio, while the rest of the players need a much wanted cooling break, a much needed one. The cooling breaks have become some sort of a tactical break as well, as we see the goal by Jovial Dias. Fantastic strike from outside the box, catching the goalkeeper Jeet Gupta off guard. You can see the ball swerving and dipping, and that's never easy from a goalkeeper's point of view. FC Goa have done the hard work. They have 15 minutes to go. They'll be looking for another goal. They definitely will, but they will not want to concede no matter what happens. As we see the stands full here at the Delay Stadium, with supporters from either side. Oh, that's a sloppy pass from FC Goa, but the ball has been won back. There was a slight chance for Velsau to sneak in a shot there, but they weren't able to. Cyrus with a loose touch and a good clearance. Velito with a good ball towards the right. The chance for Matthew Colasso. He plays it back, and there is a cross into the box, but the ball goes out. There was a deflection of an orange shirt, and it's another corner for Velsau. Lenny Fernandez standing over the corner for Velsau. Can he make the most of it? Lenny Fernandez with the ball into the first post, but nobody really getting a good touch on it. And Velroy gives away a free kick to Velsau. Another cross into the box, but it's gone over the top, and Velsau not really making any concrete chances at the moment. They do have around 13 minutes of regulatory time, but you've got to have some sort of momentum. That's how goals come. But it's a funny game. It could be going against you, and suddenly a moment of brilliance can change the game. It's a tackle from behind from Cyrus Narona, and he gives away a foul. Really unnecessary, but he did get a bit of the ball. He got his man as well. Brito Pereira comes on, and it's a very short stint on the field for Jordan Borges, who unfortunately is substituted. After coming on as a substitute, he cannot continue. So that's a blow for FC Goa.
Jersey number 48, Jordan Borges, has been replaced by jersey number 20.
Another substitution, Kunal Kundaikar is coming on. We'll have to see who he will replace. And he is replacing Captain Leslie Ribello.
Leslie Ribello, jersey number 29.
Not sure if there's a knock for Leslie as well. He's been very solid in the defense so far for FC Goa. No team likes to lose their captain, but he has been substituted, and there's a ball in from Lal. It's a good header from Kunal. Gets his first touch of the game, and Jeet Gupta plays it upfield. Not a very convincing clearance. But Velsau keep possession. It's well taken down by Jovial, and he's on the left wing. He does have company with him. He does use that company, and it's a bit too late, says the assistant on the near side, and calls for an offside. Brito Pereira, they're staying offside. Good header out by Dishank, who's been good going up the field in attack and also in defense. And another cheap foul given away by FC Goa. If they keep doing this, then there will be a chance for Velsau as we approach the final 10 minutes of this game. It's been a good watch so far, and we'll see if there are any more chances to come. Kunal plays it short, and they've played their way out of a sticky situation there. Lal with a not so good ball. Possession is lost, and possession is given to Mevin now, who has got Jovial. Jovial skips past his man, but can't play to Brito. Dishank goes upfield. He plays the ball in, and it's just gone over the top of the post. Jeet Gupta just about had it covered. Dishank trying to play the cross in with his left foot to Mevin Dias, who has taken the captain's armband after Leslie Rebello has got substituted. Here we see Jovial's shots. He's taken 4. He's got 3 off target, but the one on target was a belt of a strike. That looked to be a clean tackle, but the referee says no. And Velsau have a chance at the edge of FC Goa's box. It seemed like a good tackle to me, but the referee has drawn for the foul. The number 25 Manushan Joel Fernandez giving away the foul. His third foul of the game. Wasim leading the fouls with 5. But there's a chance now for Velsau to get themselves back in the game. We've seen some good free kicks so far in the Goa Pro League. We saw one yesterday from Kwan Gomes. Saw a good shot again today from Ivan Costa. And Velsau look to be trying something. We don't know who's going to be taking the shot. Velito Cruz seems to be lining it up. Alan Fernandez is there. James Fernandez is there as well. And it's Velito Cruz who takes it, but the wall has moved up where they're not supposed to. And Velroy, the number 6, has got a yellow card. Cheekily trying to make his way up the field, but you have to stay where the referee tells you. And he's asking the wall to go back. Even 1 meter can make a difference. Last time it was Velito Cruz taking the free kick. He takes it again, Velito, but this time it's into the wall again. And the dugout of FC Goa telling their players to push up, put pressure, and that pressure almost worked, but it's a good touch. Looks like the ball did go out. It was a good take by Sheldon Pereira. However, the ball did cross the line. Kunal plays the ball upfield and it's well cleared. It's a very good piece of skill by Velito Cruz, who loses possession, but Velsao get the ball back. Cyrus plays it in the midfield, and that's a good tackle by Mervyn. He's got the ball. Velroy is in the middle. Mervyn has a chance. Can he make it too? Mervyn with the ball straight into the keeper's hands. He had to take that a little harder. He had the whole left post, and you've got to put your laces through that so that the keeper doesn't have a chance. Mervyn with his third shot. And if FC Goa are to concede late on in this game, they will be ruining that missed chance from Mervyn Dias. Lal HP plays the ball in, and there's a good cross-field ball which doesn't find Velroy. Mervyn and Velroy snatched the ball very well, got themselves into a good position, but Mervyn Dias wasn't able to put the ball in the bottom left where he probably should have. Jeet Gupta doing well to hold on to it. Another hopeful ball from Velsao, and it's well shielded by Kunal. Moving into the last few minutes in this game. Hasn't really been a dull moment. There's always some fouls or some shots, some defensive mishaps, but it's always happening in this game. Hansel clearing the ball. It somehow stays in, but eventually goes out. Cyrus takes the throw and gets another one. Gets a second bite at the cherry, and now a third consecutive throw in for Velsao. And let's make that 4. Cyrus Narona plays the ball, and FC Goa will not want to make a foul there. Kunal clears it, and the FC Goa players run upfield, but it's another throw for Velsao. Oh, and Mervyn almost sneaking in behind and getting the ball off of his opponent. Good towering header from Kunal there. Jovial with the ball. He's brought down, but no foul, says the referee. It's gone down a little too easily there. And there's a ball into the box. And a calm header back to Hansel by Aditya Salgaonkar. Oh, that's a tackle and a half from Cyrus, using his hands as well. Getting a little frustrating now for Velsao, as we can see a couple of heads, a couple of shakes of the heads. Another long ball in, it's taken down well by Jovial. Mervyn with the ball. Aditya tries to pass it to Jovial, but there are a lot of people up front for FC Goa, so Velsao can play it up quickly. There is a chance for a counter attack. They do play it, but it's well cleared again by the FC Goa defense, who want to hold on to their clean sheet. Clock running down now for Velsau. Just around a minute left of regulation time, and Jovial trying to be too cute with his footwork, and he loses the ball in the bargain. Will that be costly for FC Goa, who give away a throw-in? Unnecessary there by Jovial. Nobody going towards the ball, and it's an empty cross towards the box, but Hansel collects comfortably and plays his team out. Aditya to Velroy, who's dangerously going through 3-4 people in his own half. Really unnecessary there. Waiting to see how many minutes are added on, and it's 6 minutes. Velsau will be happy to see 6 minutes on the clock, and that's a very good tackle from Aditya, tracking back. Sheldon taking too much time on the ball. He should have tried to put it in quicker. And speaking of taking too much time, Velsau are running out of time. Six minutes to go, and there's a ball into the box. It's cleared again. Velsau have had many throw-ins in the last few minutes. They'll want a goal. They won't want throw-ins. That's for sure. Another long throw, and it's a bit of a push from Kunal, but it's really nothing, says the referee. He gives a goal kick. He realized that it was, if a push, a very slight push, not enough for a penalty, but Kunal will have to watch himself next time. Dishank with some pace. He plays the ball to Jovial. Jovial plays it out wide to Brito. Brito Pereira plays it back to Jovial. Lal with him for company. Lal plays it back to Brito, who makes the ball and crosses the ball into the box. There's a chance for Mevin, and Mevin puts the ball into the net, and that's game, set and match for FC Goa. Mevin Dias scores for FC Goa, takes the ball well on his chest, and as it comes down, he smashes it past the goalkeeper, who tried to make himself big. And that's goal number 2 for FC Goa. Goal number 1 for Mevin Dias. He's had many chances and he looks quite relieved to score that goal. He's got the captain's armband and he's got a goal to his name as well. Looks like it's his last kick of the game. And Mevin Dias gets his goal. Four minutes to go now for Velsau, and it looks bleak. Getting 2 goals in around 4 minutes will be quite tough, but there's a bit of wrestling going on there between the players. Quite the tussle there between James Fernandez and Brito Pereira. Can Velsau get themselves a goal? Not on that occasion, they couldn't. There's a chance now for Jovial. Will he take on his man? He cuts inside, tries to go back out, but he had a lot of people to pass to, and that is a foul. And finally, After many tackles, Velito Cruz gets his name written in the book. That should run down the clock for FC Goa now. "16 fouls for FC Goa and 13 for Velsao. Velito Cruz 5 of those, and he finally got himself a yellow card. Lala HP over the ball. Crosses it, he's looking for a man, there's someone in there, he gets a touch on it. Mevin Dias, he's always in the right place at the right time. He could have easily had a hat trick today, but he couldn't get enough on that header. The ball goes over the top of the crossbar. There's a good ball in, but Kunal tidies up. He's definitely got a hand around him, and it's just getting more and more frustrating now for Velsao. Every time they try to make a move, the ball just isn't falling to their feet, and Matthew Colasso forced to foul his man as the ball was getting away from him, and this game has gotten away from Velsao, it must be said. Only 1 minute to go. Good piece of skill work by Ronald Azevedo, and it looked to be a bit of a rolling ball, but the attack is rolling for Velsao. Can they put a ball into the box? It's well covered by Dishank. Velito Cruz passes the ball back, and there's no zip to the attack. Another hopeless ball up for Velsao. Ball is kept in. Cyrus has a chance to cross it. He plays it back towards Sheldon, and Sheldon has eventually lost out. Mevin now with a good turn, and nothing can come off that attack. 6 minutes of stoppage time have been played, and with that we have the final whistle from the referee as FC Goa triumph over Velsao SCC 2-0, courtesy 2 goals from the Dias boys. Jovial Dias scoring the first and Mevin Dias the second, and both the under 20 scoring for FC Goa. It's all smiles for them in the orange camp as they get off to a good start with 1 win, 2 goals and 3 points. Here we see the match highlights of what went down today in match number 4. It was definitely an eventful game. Chances at both ends. Here we see the first chance for Velsao. Velsao had very good chances but couldn't make the most of them, and looking back on that, they will be slightly disappointed. Dishank with a good ball for Jovial, just putting the ball over the net. And there was another chance there for Velsao, but they couldn't capitalize. Yet another here with a header over the top, and Jovial Fernandez stole the show with a cracker of a goal outside the box. We've seen that many at a time today, and you can keep watching that strike. It was hard, it was high, and then it was low, it was dipping, it was swerving, and that's been one of the goals of the season so far. This could have been one of the goals of the season as well from Ivan Costa. Jovial almost adding to his tally. Those were the glimpses from the first half. Second half saw quite a few fouls, quite a few cards. Mevin Dias striking the post with a header. He almost got a couple of headers in today. And there was that chance where Hansel was caught off his line, out of his box. Another good shot there from Velito Cruz, who tried his best. We see quite a few of the fouls. And here was Mervyn Dias with another chance. He could have buried that. It was a good pass from Velroy Fernandez. And finally, Mervyn Dias getting himself on the score sheet. You can see he was happy, he was relieved more than anything else. And it's safe to say that he deserved that goal towards the end of a good performance from him and the side in orange. The referee and his officials had a good game themselves. And we see the stats. Velsao having much more of ball possession with 58%, but they didn't have as many shots or shots on target as FC Goa. Only one shot on target in the whole game for Velsao, and that's where they'll be looking to improve the next game. The yellow cards were one apiece, fouls were 17 to 14, more fouls from the boys in orange, and there we see the shots for FC Goa. Mervyn Dias with many a shot, eventually scoring. Jovial with that stunning strike from outside the box. And the shots from Velsao, only one on target eventually. Velito Cruz with 3, James Fernandez with 2, Nash Fernandez, Ronaldo Pereira and Rohan Rodriguez also with some good shots, but not enough on target, as I said before. There were fouls galore in this game from the Gauze and from Velsao. Wasim with 5, Fernandez with 4, and there were fouls all over the park. The fouls from Velsao. Velito Cruz with many a foul, eventually getting himself a yellow card as well. Azevedo, Cyrus, Matthew Colasso, Nash Fernandez with a couple of fouls each. And with that, that brings us to a close between an exciting game where we saw FC Goa with 2 goals, one from Jovial and the other from Mervyn Dias, picking up the win against Velsao with 2 goals to 0.